video. So next slide. Today game, which this is so old because I keep screenshots. I don't think he's here anymore. I think he's been gone for a couple years. All guys, no exceptions, are rejected by most women. It's just part of the game. No one gets even close to 50% success ratio. That's like you could go through my phone and literally there are thousands of contacts where it was just like one or two, text exchange, and then they ghost, they're gone, or they fizzled out, or they got a boyfriend. I mean, if you are looking at doing some numbers, or even if you're just looking for a girlfriend, you're going to go through hundreds, if not thousands, of women. If you're an enthusiast, if you're a player, you will go through tens of thousands of women over time. It's just there's so many women, you will get to the point where you're looking at them and you meet somebody's wife or their girlfriend or their sister, and you're like, what? You'll walk away, you're like, why was that girl familiar? And then you realize that you had actually met up with her and had sex with her, and then it was a one-night stand. Meme says, top tier content. I appreciate that, sir. All guys, no exceptions, are rejected. You just have to, it's part of the game. And I talk about this later, but get good at recovering quickly from rejection. Playboys get extremely good at recovering from rejection quickly, like a pro football receiver who drops a pass. He must recover quickly. You got like 6 seconds to get ready for the next play and prepare for the next play. Cultivate a short memory. It's absolutely essential. It's like a guy reached out to Bunny and I on Saturday. He had went out on a 5-hour date, didn't close this girl. What do I do? But in the 5-hour date, he wasn't reviewing his performance. He was doing the best he could to get her closed. Then afterwards, he says, this didn't work. What do I do about this? Where would I improve this? That's perfect. But when you're in the game, you do not have time for each rejection to completely destroy you. I always say it's the best example is to watch pro athletes, especially on the football field, because there's a timer. It's not much time to recover. And you will see, especially like running backs and tight ends, anybody that has to catch the ball or deflect the ball, they blow a play. They literally, I fucked that up. And then they have to get back into the game and do better the next time. There's not a lot of time for review or to feel bad about it. Now they have to do their absolute best as if they run a perfect game every time. Again, then they're back in the game. And quite often they improve. So Playboys should get, or if you want to date a number of girls, or just be confident and not let this, a lot of guys, some of this stuff kind of wrecks their self-confidence. Just understand that rejection is part of it. In fact, it is a huge part of it. And if you step back and realize how big of a part of it is, you'll probably become very discouraged. But when you're in the game, it's just part of it. It's kind of like sales. You're going to go through a lot of people. Get extremely good at recovering from. You have to practice this. Practice to recover quickly, like a pro football receiver who drops a pass. Recover quickly and prepare for the next play. And the next best thing is to quickly, a girl blows you off, blows you out, cancels a date, doesn't show up, ghosts you, on to the next girl. Quite often, you become very immune to rejection. Cultivate a short memory. Oh, God, I forgot. You do. That's when you know. That's when you know you're running enough girls. When you forget very quickly that you were rejected earlier that day. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that girl told me to fuck off. I completely forgot. That was before lunchtime. So, again, when guys reach out to me, and you'll hear a lot of like dating coaches say this, and he says, I got this problem with this one girl that he hasn't fucked. Well, that's the problem. You got one girl. Guys, when they're doing this right, are talking to a lot of women at one time, or at least getting them into the top of the funnel. Therefore, you will very quickly forget about anyone who doesn't respond. That's just part of it. So just know that that is part of the game. She may come back around. She may boomerang. Doesn't matter. Again, you've moved on, and she can come back. She can jump to the front of the line if she wants to. But again, recover quickly, on to the next girl. Next slide.